Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Sorry if my camera is like a bit off center, but yeah. Hello, welcome. Today is a Thursday, so that means we're going to be doing Warhammer stuff today. And I already posted this on my Instagram, but in case you didn't know, this is what we will be making today. These are the Flamers of Tzeentch, and there are three of them. And we'll be making these in addition to our last week's build, which were the Blue Horrors and the Brimstone Horrors from the Tzeentch Chaos Demons AOS one. And this is all for my 40k army, which is slowly coming underway. So yeah, let's get started. So here, in case you didn't know, I already opened it. I actually haven't opened this when I took a picture with it yesterday, sorry. When I took a picture with it yesterday, but I already opened the box itself. it's a bit caved in, but yeah. So I haven't taken out the actual sprues from the box, but I already took out the manual so that I already know what I'm going to be doing. And there aren't that many pieces, so today's live might be a bit short. But yeah, let's get started. Give me 1 second though. Okay, so let's get started. So last week we made like around 20 miniatures, I think. Because the Blue Horrors and the Brimstone Horrors, there were a lot of them. I think 10 Blue Horrors and 10 Brimstone Horrors. And this one is just 3 Flamers. So this one's gonna be a bit short, I think. Oh, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining. Haven't seen you in a while, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna get started with this. So let's find the pieces, because with my experience with Warhammer spruce, I'm not very happy with it. Like, it's kind of hard to find the pieces. So I'm just gonna find most of them first before continuing. Oh, thank you! Also, yeah. Oh, by the way, it's Thursday, so how was your week? Since I haven't seen you for a bit now, I think, right? How are you? How's everything going? I hope you're doing well. I went. Oh, right. So I wanted to tell you guys about like my weekend. So last week, basically, I think, on the Saturday I went out with a friend of mine that I haven't met for a long time. So that was a very like long overdue kind of hangout. And I've missed her a lot. And then we decided to go to this museum here. Well, museum. It's not really a museum. You get to choose an activity that you want to do, and there are 3 choices at the area. It was either mini golf, roller skating, or painting. And you could take your painting home if you did choose painting, but we ended up going with mini golf for some reason. That was also kind of because we couldn't decide when we were there. We wanted to do painting the other night. We kind of decided we were going to just choose that one, but when we got there, it was kind of crowded. So we ended up going with like fate, I guess. We did a spin the wheel thing, and the wheel decided on golf, so we went to golf. And honestly, it looked like an art installation. There were like 11 holes, and each one had a different theme, and it was really, really cool. And all of the installations were like really cute as well. There was one with, I think it was like candy theme, because I had like cherry cola and banana flavored cola, which was kind of weird, like as a sculpture thing. And we took a lot of pictures too. But yeah, that was really interesting, an experience, because it was really fun, I guess. Like, it was really amazing how they did so many little attractions in such a little space, because there was barely any space, but they managed to put like 11 holes in there, so that was really cool. I've been good. Sleep schedule is a bit all over, so I've been asleep when you stream. Ah, I see. So that's why I haven't seen you in a bit. It's okay. My sleep schedule's also been kind of all over the place, honestly. I've been sleeping at like 4 a.m. Not because I want to, but kind of like it's been a bit hard for me to sleep for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why. I've been I've been trying to sleep earlier, like I start trying earlier, but I end up sleeping later, which I don't understand. But yeah, um it's kind of annoying. I'm not sure if it's a thing that I need to get checked out or get something for. But yeah, sleep sleeping at night is always kind of a hassle, to be honest. Like it's kind of hard to do. But sleeping in the day is very easy for some reason. Is that a thing that you feel as well? Cuz like if you tell me to go nap during the day, it would be so easy for me to fall asleep. Like before you count to 10, I'd probably be out. But when you tell me to go sleep at night, it doesn't just happen. I think I don't know, I'm more of a night owl compared to like liking the day. Cuz I don't know, I don't quite enjoy being awake early, but I do enjoy being up late. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I've been having trouble sleeping as well, so I don't blame you. I feel like I do go everywhere when I start talking on one topic, and then my brain just kind of decides that that's not what we're talking about anymore, so then we kind of skip over a few things, and then somehow we're back. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe sleep is just complicated. So let's glue this together. Sorry. I had lemonade. Well, I still have some lemonade, and I think that's why my voice is a bit on the raspy side, I guess. So I think this is how it's supposed to look. Yeah. Okay, so let's put cement on this. Because this one, you need a whole load of cement. I'm going to try and do this really quickly because if the cement dries, it usually doesn't want to bond anymore, which is kind of annoying, I guess. That's the best word. Because the other one, I don't need to try to do it this quickly. With this one, I have to really like rush. Because if not, it's gonna dry up really quickly and then it won't glue together. I think this is where it is. Okay, there we go. And like, I'm scared of putting in a bit too much, because when you put in too much, it can leak, right? And if it's leaking out, you might lose a bit of the details you had on the outside of the mini, which I am not keen on doing. So I've been doing this thing where I add a bit of cement over any dump marks I'm not happy with, and if there aren't any details around it at least, so that it just disappears. And it kind of works. So in case y'all needed to know that, this is a thing that you can do. So yeah, you're welcome, I guess. I just flip-flop between being up early and sleeping till noon. Ah, yeah, that's fair. I've been sleeping until like my morning meetings, because I have meetings in the morning, and then after that I go back to sleep for a bit. I make up for it if I have work that's not done, like by going a bit over my clock time, because and not clocking in, I mean, because like I feel bad as well, right, sleeping. But I don't know, it's been just kind of hard to fall asleep, so I end up needing to sleep after the morning meetings. But yeah, I don't know, sleep is hard. I don't know why sleep is so hard. I love sleeping. But maybe it's the time, because again, I don't know why. I feel really like it's really hard for me to sleep at night. which I don't understand because like I'm supposed to be asleep at night. Maybe my internal clock just doesn't like it that way. Like it doesn't believe I should be asleep at night. It believes I should be asleep at 12, like p.m., not a.m. Is it a thing for like a lot of people, or is it just me? But like, also, how do you fix it? Because like I fixed it a few times and it just keeps going back to this. So I don't know how to permanently get it fixed, if that makes sense. Because I feel like this is something that I can't quite fix because I've tried a lot, but it doesn't work out. I think I'm just built to like work at night, honestly. I'm a lot more active at night and I don't feel sleepy at all during the night. Right? I wish I was a vampire, honestly. Because, I don't know. I do also not quite like the sunlight, to be quite honest. I don't like being out in the sunlight. It kind of burns a bit, like, it's a bit bright. Man, maybe I was born in the wrong, like, body. Because maybe I should have been a vampire. But yeah. Oh, right, I was talking about my weekend. But how are y'all's weekends? Do you guys have anything interesting? After I went to the museum, the next day I went out cosplaying, in case you guys didn't see my post on Instagram. I went out to cosplay again for the first time this new year. And that was only the second time ever I've decided to go out and cosplay. But it was really, really fun. I got blisters on the sole of my feet though. And I couldn't walk after that because I didn't have any heels to use, so I used my mom's heels. And my mom warned me that it was going to be painful, but I didn't know that it would give me terrible, terrible blisters that would not go away. And it was really, really bad. I had to be carried around that day if I wanted to go out. Also, the frigging cement already dried, so I need to add more now. This is kind of why I don't like the cement. Like, I put a butt ton, and yet it won't stick. So, I don't know. But yeah, I dressed up as Shizuku-tan from My Dress Up Darling, and if you don't know that anime, you should watch it. It's pretty fun. It's lighthearted, it's not serious, but it's really fun. I enjoyed the anime a lot, and I actually plan on doing another one of those cosplays for the next event that I'm going to, whenever that is. But I haven't gotten the actual cosplay yet, so yeah. It could be Komifuro because people are asking me if I'm going. Why is this not sticking? People are asking me if I'm going or not, and I think I might want to go, but considering my schedule, we'll have to see. But yeah, I've been wanting to get more cosplays, and actually I made a Patreon and also like a Traktir from my Indonesian supporters, and I posted some exclusive pictures there so that if people wanted to help support me, they can get something out of it as well, so it's not just like giving me money for nothing, you know. Like, at least I feel like I've done something on my part. But yeah, there were a lot of pictures considering this is the first time like I've actually gone out with a camera and took like professional looking photos. So there's still a lot of ones that I didn't quite like, so there weren't a lot of actually like really, really good photos. And the ones I really like actually ended up being kind of blurry, so yeah. I haven't watched it, but I have the manga and I still need to read. Yeah, it's really good, so you should watch it if you want to, or if you have time. And like, if you finish reading the manga, don't spoil anything, because I'm like an anime watcher compared to a manga reader, because I don't have time to read the manga. Like anime, I can have it kind of like in the background while I'm working or something. but I can't have that with manga. I have to read it if it's a manga. So yeah, don't spoil it for me. The Patreon dream is not really alive, but like it's something better than nothing. Cause like I realized that when I made my Traktir, it's pretty heavily Indonesian based, because it can only do like rupiahs and stuff, and I'm not sure if that's a thing that you can do for, like for foreigners, for Traktir at least. And I made a Patreon in case some people didn't want to miss out on the photos as well, but couldn't do Traktir. That's like the only reason I have my Patreon. But since it's also easier to do tiers there, I decided like, why not? Because on Traktir, um, it's kind of like a you pay specifically for these kind of thing, so you don't. Oh, okay. So you don't actually have tiers or anything on Traktir, but you can be subscribed for how many days, I think, and then you can buy them, or I think you can buy specific ones according to the title. So you see the title and you're like, oh, okay, cosplay pictures, maybe I'm interested in that, and then you get to open it, and if there are some sample pics, then you'll get the sample pics. If you don't have sample pics, then you don't see the sample pics, and then you see a description of what the creator puts, and maybe a link, maybe the downloadable file, and then that file is open for 30 days for you to download at least. So yeah, that's how Traktir works. So that's kind of different from Patreon, right? So I kind of like how the tiers work with Patreon better, because then at least if I'm posting a lot of things, then you just need to buy it once, rather than like Traktir. If even if I post a million things, if you can only buy like the ones that you want to buy, basically, you don't get all of the other content for like one monthly subscription, and it's only open for like 30 days, so you have to do what you need to do with it quick. Like if you want to download it, you gotta download it within that time. If you wanna, if it's not something that's easy to download, then yeah, sucks for you, I guess. So I don't quite like that. But yeah, so that's why I made the Patreon. It's for basically for my viewers that aren't really in Indonesia and might want to get the exclusive photos that I took, because I don't plan on posting those photos anywhere else. They're the ones that I'm really proud of though. But I'm not really hoping to post it just everywhere like on my Instagram, because also some of them are like not easy to crop into a square, so I'd rather just like give it exclusively, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's why I have the Patreon there. And the Traktir is for the same reason, just in case someone wants some exclusive photos. But yeah, so we made the 3 bodies. Let's move on to all the other stuff that is attached to them. So the first one is the Pyrocaster. This one's the easiest one for me because like there's only one of them, and I think this is gonna be the one. Or not, actually. Are they all slightly different, or are they all, like, similar? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna use this one as the Pyrocaster, because the other two look more similar, so I want them to be more, like, together. Like, the Flamers will be kind of more twin-ish than this one. And this one has the longest, I don't know what these are, but it has the longest one. So we're going to use this as the base. So let's look for 25, 26, and 29, and 30 while we chat. Here's 30, so let's cut it out. But yeah, so I went out cosplaying and I got a few free stuff at the event, and that was kind of weird. That was like the first time I've gotten anything for free, like because I did cosplay or something. Because then again, I only did like go twice in cosplay, and the first time it wasn't really at an event, It was just to get like a discount on some items and stuff like that. So I guess since this is an actual event, there are more content creators and they were filming stuff. So yeah, I got a few stuff for free and that was really, really nice actually. It was weird, but it was nice. This is 29. Does the cement not bother your nose? No, not really. I think I've just gotten used to it, I think, at this point. Because I used the cement quite a lot. I've built quite a lot of Warhammer miniatures. So it doesn't quite bother me, I don't think. And also I'm sitting like right underneath the AC. So it doesn't stink as bad. And the AC kind of just blows away from my face. So I think that's why. But yeah, I wasn't actually bothered with this one's smell in particular. The Tamiya one also doesn't quite bother me. I'm not sure if it's because they're like less smelly or if it's just me. But yeah, I don't really get bothered with it. I'm not sure if that's a thing that people often get bothered with here. Well, not here, but like, you know, if you make miniatures. I'm not sure if that's a thing that bothers you, because I've never actually heard anyone complain about it. Does it bother you? Because that's kind of new. I've never actually had anyone tell me that the cement smell bothers them. I feel like I rambled so much just to ask you that question. I mean, I probably did, because I don't know, I can't shut up. I'm like the type of person who can't quite shut up. So I don't know why I've never thought of streaming before. I was like maybe a bit too shy to do so. But I should have known to try it, because I talk non-stop. Would have been a pretty good start, I guess, to start streaming, because you talk non-stop, wasn't it? Isn't it, I mean. I think this is it? Like this? No, that looks wrong. Okay, I think no, maybe. Is it? Maybe I should have added the face first. Yeah, I think I should have added the face first, because now I'm confused. Okay, let's find 25 and 26. Oh, okay, I found them both. That'll definitely help. I think I just have a sensitive nose. Ah, okay. So that makes some sort of sense, because that could definitely be it. But then again, I think I've just been kind of numbed to any kind of like smell, because my cat's litter box are just like right outside my room, and now I don't smell anything anymore. So that could be why. Like maybe I've just been numbed by all the bad smells. Cause my Persian, she can't cover her own poop. So when she poos, everybody in the house knows, and we scramble to cover it up. But I've gotten so used to it that it no longer really bothers me anymore. Also, how is this supposed to look? I think this way, is it? This looks very weird. Am I in frame? I'm in frame. Okay, that's good. So I've realized that having this manual right underneath kind of helps me position myself better, because I'll be able to see kind of where I should be on camera without flipping back and forth from OBS and the dashboard. Because if not, there's a delay on the stream manager, and that would be, there would be a delay on my seeing if I've matched it up, I guess. Does that make sense? You know, I'm assuming I make sense because I don't think I understand myself. Okay, so let's put that first. Okay, that's not bad, I guess. So yeah, so having the manual here, it means I can see which parts are visible without actually like going back and forth through to OBS, and that means I kind of position myself better. Doesn't mean that I'm perfect at this, because I know I still go out of frame often, but at least it's not as bad, I don't think. So yeah. Oop. Okay, so that's the first part. Now we're going to add some stuff to the back, which I actually don't know where it's gonna go, but yeah. Also, I think this was correct. Yeah, this is correct, I think. So let's add some more stuff. So it's 34, 35, 36, 31, 32, 33. I think we're gonna use everything that's here because this is, I like the way that this looks, and then we'll use 35 and 36 for the top because I think that's the ones that they chose and I kind of like it. So 31, 32, 33. I think it's on this one. No? 31, 31, 32. I see 33, but I don't see 32. I see 31. Oh, I see them. Okay. So this is 30, 33. I think. Okay. Oh, there's another one. 33. And then 31. And then 32. Okay, so I got the little snake looking ones out. Now, I don't actually know where to add them, to be frank. I think I did this wrong. Should have been either one of these. But I like this one better as the base, so oops. Okay, so let's do, this is supposed to go how? Okay, so this is the flat one. And then this is supposed to go down here. Okay, I think I found a spot that we can add this to. Or not. Okay, it's sticking. Okay. Okay. Maybe we need more. I'm not sure if that will help. Or if it's gonna, it's dry, isn't it? It's dry. Okay. Okay, I don't know how to keep this on because it's dried. Okay. Okay. That should be good enough. Just no? Okay. Guess it's not good enough to stick it on. I'm confused. Why? Just gotta believe. Uh, I believe that it's gonna stick one day, but that day may not be today. I don't I don't like this cement that much, to be honest. Like for miniatures. I'm not saying it's not great for other things, but for Warhammer miniatures it's not the best. I don't know, maybe it'll be better if it was for Gundam plastic. It doesn't work too well when it comes to miniatures like Warhammer miniatures. I think since there's some creative liberty when it comes to building this stuff, I'll just put it where I think it looks great. So we're gonna put this here. I'm gonna add a lot of cement so it doesn't dry out before I get the chance to put it on. I think I like it there, so we're just gonna keep it there. If it wants to stick. Okay, it's sticking. So honestly, I don't know if I enjoy building this kind of stuff when the frigging cement doesn't really stick it well. I prefer when I was using the Tamiya one, because at least with Tamiya it sticks almost instantaneously and it's pretty good. This one does not stick as well nor as quickly. So you gotta work hard for this one. Okay, I think that's okay for all of these tentacle looking beings. I put everything at the bottom, and I think they're going to stick, hopefully, because they look like they're going to stick. I hope they do, because if not, I don't know what other things I can use as cement. Because I didn't order the Tamiya one because we have a load of this one. Like, this is a full bottle of it still. It's new. So I'm gonna want to finish at least a bit of that before continuing on. So let's grab, was it 35 and 36? I found 36, so let's cut that one out first. So this one, I'm trying to get an angle. Okay, 36. Now we need 35, which should also be somewhere here. But I don't see it, so let's check this one. There's 34. Oh, here's 35. This is 35. Let's cut that out, I think. Okay. I'm scared of cutting like a bit too deep, because I think I did that with the base of this, and it's not pretty. So I think I'm gonna put this one here, because this is kind of empty for being like very crowded already in general. So this is weirdly empty to me. So we're gonna fill that with this tentacly looking thing. And then I think we can add this one here, but I don't quite like that. Maybe here. Ooh, okay. Where'd it go? I think here is not the worst idea. Oh, okay, no. I guess it doesn't want to be up there. Maybe down here. Because at least it's not as empty. Because it's empty right now. Okay, maybe I'll add it just next to it. We'll just add it next to it. I think it's like the most logical area. A bit higher, but still next to it. So, okay, don't, where'd it go? What? Where the hell? Where'd it go? It's, okay, I see, I feel it. This is why I like don't quite enjoy building some stuff. Like, I enjoy building RGs and MGs, but when their parts disappear off into oblivion and like only God knows where it is, I get very stressed out. And miniatures are the same, because their parts are really small. So it's gonna disappear into oblivion if I lose it. And I will cry if I lose a part. Maybe I shouldn't be building this kind of stuff if I'm gonna cry every time I lose a part. Okay, so that should almost, okay, never mind. I want to say it's gonna be stuck, but it's not. So, okay, I guess, okay. Slip and slide, I guess. Okay. Okay. I think. Hopefully this holds. So I'm gonna add a bit more so I can really stick it in. Because it was a bit loose on one side. So let's push it together, maybe. Okay, I think that's okay. So I kind of like how messy the bottom is, I guess, because the top is already very full and it's just gotten a bit more sparse at the bottom. I like the way it looks, so yeah. Just put it on the shelf and pretend it doesn't exist. But like, what if it's like so yesterday I lost a little part of the waist for the Wing Gundam, and it's the RG, and it's the one that connects, I think, was it the back? Let me show you, hold on. Okay, so you see this, it moves by itself as RGs usually do, and it has a little peg, like a little peg that you gotta put this onto, and it goes into this part with a ball joint. And I almost lost that little tiny peg until I actually stepped on it and actually found it. So, not a great experience. I was panicking the whole night because it's really small, and also I don't want my cats to suddenly eat it. So, not the best experience. 10 per 10 do not do. I will not try to not do it again, at least for me. But yeah, it just flew out, and I didn't know what to do about it, so there's that. So for the faces, there's, I don't think you can see this yet, hold on. For this faces here, there's a few. Here, there's a few. And I'm going to choose this and this because I think those are going to look the best, but I'm not quite sure. This one's a bit fat by itself. Everything else looks pretty slender, in case you can't quite see it because of the camera. This is the fattest one. I think that's why I chose this one, just to like have a different looking one. But I'm going for this and this. So we're gonna look for 12, 11, 19, and 18, which I think I found one of them just now. I found 12. So it'll be this one. So 12, and then I think it was 11. 12, 11, and 19 and 18 if we can find it. There aren't too many sprues, so should be easier to find compared to the Kill Team Orcs. That one we had like 10-ish miniatures to do, and I couldn't find a single number without like having close to a mental breakdown, because it was really hard to find. Nothing was in its place, and it was so disorganized. Like the sprues were so disorganized, it was really hard to find. I'm quite unhappy with how they did things with the new set, which it's new, it should be improved upon, but I guess since it's not that important, they didn't quite think about the placement of it. But it affects the build experience quite a lot, because it's very annoying, and I spend 90% of my time looking for the stuff that I need, which I feel like should be what's it called, it should be mitigated. The problem should be mitigated. Like, it shouldn't be a problem in the first place, I feel. Yeah. Those RG kits are weird, really? My favorite ones are RGs because they're very detailed and they don't take up too much space. Although I do want a really big kit, like a 1/60 or 1/40 or something like that. Like, I want a nice and big kit to show off, like, but yeah, I like that they don't take up too much space so that it's easier to keep them somewhere. So I think this goes in, this goes in this way, I think, right? Okay, so let's put that together before we put the other head together. With a lot of cement. Okay. So the head should be stuck, and we can move on to the other head. So this one should go like that. Okay. I actually haven't built an RG in quite a bit, actually. I think this is my first one in almost 6 months or like a year or so. So I was really excited to get it started last week. So I'll be really excited to hopefully try and finish it this week. I don't understand how this is a face. But I'm not gonna judge, I guess. I don't understand how this is a face, but yeah. Oh! Thank you for the follow! I just noticed, I'm sorry, the notifications aren't going through on mine because I think I muted it. I'll fix it in a bit though. But yeah, thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing the RG Wing Pearl Gloss finish again. Like, I'll be continuing it, I'll be finishing it up, hopefully, because I only got up to the torso and the waist last week. I was hoping to get up to the head as well, but because I lost the part, I didn't want to continue because if I didn't find it, the cats might find it first, and that's going to be an issue in the long run because I don't want to have to dig through poop to find that piece ever again, you know? And also, I don't really want to go to the vet just to be like, hey, it swallowed a little plastic part. So yeah, I decided to go look for it before it became a huge issue. But that meant that I couldn't finish up the head. I couldn't even start it. So I ended up only finishing up 2 parts, which is just the body and the waist. So yeah. I found it an hour or 2 after, I think. I looked everywhere and I got so stressed out looking for it. But it wasn't showing up anywhere. And then when I was giving up, I was like, you know what? I'll look for it tomorrow after like a nice long sleep. And then it just appeared and I stepped on it. So I was like, okay, I guess lesson is don't ever look for things that you want to be found. They'll just appear if you never look for them. Those RG skirts. I read it as RG kits. My brain did an oopsie, I guess. Wait, which one is 2? So this is 3. Okay, so it's supposed to be slightly high. Okay, let's add a bit more, because this cement doesn't stick. And we need a guarantee that it will kind of stick. Okay, I'm making it, I think, a bit wider than it's meant to be. But that's because it'll be easier to paint it if I do that. But also, I don't want to glue tack this on. I kind of just want to cement everything down. So, hopefully, it'll be wide enough to give me some space in between. It's always right when you give up. I know, right? every time I lose a part and I give up and come to terms with it. I'm like, I'll just find one online where they just sell me the skirt or something of the sort, and it suddenly shows up in your life again, like it did nothing wrong. This has happened to me at least 3 times. The first one I remember very, very clearly because I actually had a meltdown over it because I was so stressed out. I was like, where the hell could this part have gone? And I was lounging around on my bed like a week after the incident when I finally forgot about it. Like, I finally gotten over it for good. And it showed up right under my bed sheets. Apparently there was a hole in my bed sheet that I went through. So there's that. It's so, like, I guess just don't look for it. Just give up right away. It'll come up somehow, some way. Just don't even try. 'Cause if you try, it won't show up. I think that's something that happens with everything though, not just like my Gundam parts or like miniature parts or anything like that. So, like, I think I lost my wallet or something once, and I kept looking for it and I couldn't find it. And then once I figured out, you know what, I'll just get a new wallet. I think it was when I didn't have an ID card or anything like that. It was when I was a kid, so it was just like a school wallet, and there was nothing in it. But there was some money in it. It wasn't much, but it was like my allowance. So I felt like I really, really lost like a fortune, because school allowance is everything at that point. And I finally found it. It was in my backpack all along, if I'm not wrong. But usually it is, because like every time I come to my mom, like, Mom, I can't find this thing. And then she'll ask me if I've searched the most obvious place. I'm like, yes, I have. Like, do you think I'm that stupid to not have searched that place? Like, that's the most obvious place it could be in. That's the first place I would have looked at. And then she tells me she's gonna whoop my ass if she finds it there, and then she finds it there. So, I don't know, maybe your things are also scared of your mom. Because it never comes out when you look for it, but when your mom starts looking for it, it just suddenly it appears where you swore you've looked. Because that's happened so many times. I'm like, I can't find it, I swear to God. I've tried everything. I searched the floor, the whole house, I've turned upside down. I've searched everywhere I possibly could think of. And then my mom would just be like, have you searched there? I'm like, yes, I have. What do you mean? I've searched the whole house. I've turned it upside down. Like, of course I've searched there. And then she goes there, and then she flips a few things over, and then suddenly, bam, there it is. I don't know how she does it. I feel like it's a superpower you gain for when you become a mother. Maybe just like to irk your family, or because your family will always misplace things. So I guess maybe like it's a superpower to mothers, God-given. I don't know. It feels true though. Okay. So we've got the hands almost complete. This should stick. Not 100% sure. But this should stick. So yeah, we've got 2 of them, and now we can start decorating them as we see fit. It's a conjuring spell you learn when you become a mother. I know, right? Maybe like there's like some kind of what's it called? Initiation, and you just gotta try and find something, and if you can't find it, then you're not ready to be a mother. Okay, 23 is part of this, so we're gonna get 23. We're gonna cut out everything from this, because I'm assuming I will be needing all of this, because I want more things, because this is kind of empty at the back. So we'll be using everything that we can. 2 and 24, this one. I wish I could learn the conjuring spell without becoming mother though, because like it would be nice to be able to find things that you misplace on your own. Okay, so we're going to find 1, 8, and 15. 1, That's 34, so that's the one from before. It's 35. Oh, I think I cut something wrong. I think I cut the ones before wrong, so we'll just cut out everything that we see here, I guess. Oh no, okay, so 15, 1, and 35, okay. So, you can leave 34 alone. So let's cut this. Where? Oh, here it is. So let's cut this one. Maybe I should just cut everything and use everything. It seems like not the worst option, considering they're quite empty at the back. Oh shoot, I cut 34, okay. Well, I guess that's what we're doing. Or we can leave 35 alone first and then we'll see how it goes. So, I think there's 6, right? So I'm gonna divide it this way. This seems pretty fair. I'm not sure where I want to put these things yet, but I think maybe, oh, okay, so this one is gonna go on this one, I think. Where's the end? Oh. Okay, I think it should go up here, maybe? No. Be here. This one's a bit more empty on the top. I feel like it'll look weird though. And this one looks better, so we'll put it on this one. Just gonna slather a whole lot of cement on there so it doesn't have a chance to dry, hopefully. It's not. This cement really irks me a bit. Okay, so this looks better here, but it's gonna be quite the annoyance to paint, I think. Unless I do it this way, I think. Sorry, I'm probably not on the screen. Okay, I think okay. I think it needs more cement because it just fell off by itself without any prompting. Okay. Ah! Okay. Oh, I guess. I don't want it to be in that angle though. I'd rather it go kind of like that. Because it doesn't look too bad that way. Okay, I'm gonna add some cement on that because there's a nub mark and there's no details here. And then this one, oh, don't slip. Okay. Then this one is a smaller, tiny one that we can add to the other side to kind of balance it out a bit better. Or we can add it to the bottom here. I think this will look better on the bottom, so I'll add it to the bottom. I'm adding more than I should, I'm pretty sure. But like, as I've stated before, this is not the best cement for the job. So, we're here to make do with what we've got. And I think it's still not making do. Okay. Think that should be okay. If it doesn't stop sliding. I want it to hang to the right. I mean to the left. But start from the right. Okay, I think. I'm sorry if I'm suddenly quiet. I'm really trying my best to position this well so it doesn't look like some random thing that just popped out of its body. Which, I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. It is a demon, after all. So how badly can you really mess this up, right? But I don't like awkward things, so I try not to have awkward looking limbs and appendages, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna add this to the other side, because then if not, it'll be kind of empty. I don't want it to be too empty. So we'll add that. Put that on. Maybe I'll add the other face at the bottom. Well, not face. Well, I guess it is a face, isn't it? I think that is a face, right? A small one. So maybe I'll add another one kind of there hanging. There's nothing else, so we're going to add that. I think I just really like adding details to miniatures, and then I remember, shoot, I have to paint it. And then I will remember this moment. I'm like, why do you keep adding the little details when you could have stopped? Oh, okay. What is wrong with you? You like adding details so much, but like you don't remember that you gotta paint them after this. I think that's a problem that I have, because I keep forgetting that like after this I'm gonna have to paint all this detail. It's not just gonna be painted somehow, some way, all by itself. I have to somehow paint this myself. So like I probably should pay more attention to how much detail I'm putting in, so that I'm not putting in too much. Sorry, I'm out of frame. But I kind of like the way this looks, so we're gonna keep it. And lastly, we have the third flamer that we're going to put all these details on. And they're kind of small, so we can add this as like a tail looking thing, I think. And then the rest will be like above on its shoulder, so that this one will be a bit more symmetrical. And I'm using tweezers now because I realized that I could have done this all along, and it might have made my life easier, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. And I forgot that I have other tools other than my fingers. So we're going to, I think we need this a bit higher. I think this is slightly off-centered, but I think I don't hate it. I just don't like that it's kind of too, what's it called? Like it's too angled upwards. So let's try to fix that a bit at least. I don't want it too alone, because that looks pretty weird alone. Like if there was another one or two on the side kind of like jutting outwards, I guess that would be better. But this is not. It's just there by itself, jutting outwards. So I think this is good. I think I like that. I need it to kind of meld in better though at the top. Oh, but this is no longer in the middle. But you know what? I don't hate it. So we're gonna keep it. Maybe if I put this in the middle, I can put the other face at the bottom like this, so that it's not as weird looking. Where's the other face? Okay, so I'll put the bigger face at the top, because the bottom's already quite crowded. So I put this up here. Ooh, okay. I guess we need more cement. Gonna add a lot more cement. And let's flip it so it's easier. Okay, or not. Don't flip. Don't make it easier, I guess. Okay. We'll put the smaller face on top, I guess, because I guess that's the only one it's allowing me to put up there. So let's do that. It's crowded enough. Okay, so we'll put that right in the middle so that it's not weird. Why? Why won't you stick? There's a lot of cement already. I don't understand. Okay. Okay. There we go. Or not. It's not fully melted in yet. Okay. So that should kind of do it. I want it a bit more melted in though. So we're going to add a bit more cement on the sides and just kind of press it down a bit more. Hopefully that will do the trick. I don't like that it's just slipping and sliding. Okay. You know what? I think this is the best that it's gonna do since it's not dry yet. So I'll just move it around until I like the spot. Sorry. And then we'll add this slightly underneath the tentacle that we already added on to have this other detail that'll be at the bottom here so that it's not as empty on this side. Come on. Okay. I think that's fine. But now it's like asymmetrical because now this side's really full and then this side's kind of empty. But you know what? I don't hate it. I've always kind of like asymmetry in some way, shape, or form. So I'm gonna add more cement to this to fix that just now because it was starting to stretch out a bit. So let's fix that. I think the face here is gonna hide really well until I color it in. So I think I kind of like the way everything went. This looks really nice. So yeah, let's see all of them together because that's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. So I knew it was going to be kind of short, but I didn't know it was going to be that short. So these three are the flamers. Well, these two are the flamers, and this one is the I forgot the name. Pyrocaster. It's the pyrocaster. So this guy's up front, I guess, because these two are more similar, and then this guy is the one that I did a lot more detail with. So yeah, this is the pyrocaster. He's the biggest one, I think, that I've made. And then, well, not biggest, but he looks kind of like the biggest, considering he's got so much more detail compared to the other two, like on the back and all. So yeah, pyrocaster. And then these are the actual flamers. So yeah, that's today's build. I can't believe we did this so quickly, and I can't believe I actually didn't need any glue tack, because I was going to end up glue tacking a few things, but I think like just cementing everything down is like the best way. So yeah, let me change the camera. Oh, whoops, sorry. Okay, so I need to change it so I'm like always in the middle. But yeah, so that's that for today, I think, because I was hoping to finish these today, and we did. So I think that's that for today. Tomorrow we'll be continuing the RG wing. So this is how far we've gotten yesterday. Well, not yesterday, last week. And this is the one that we're building. Let me show you the manual. It's the Wing Gundam Zero Endless Waltz one, and it is the pearl gloss version. I did a little poll on my Instagram asking if people wanted to see the pearl gloss, the clear one, or the normal one, and people voted for the pearl one. So we're going to finish that up, and then we'll continue on to something else, if not the clear one or the normal one. So yeah, if you're interested in all my content, I have a YouTube channel. I have a Patreon. I also have a Traktir if you're Indonesian. I have Instagram, which is where I am very, very active at, so that one's the one you're gonna want to follow if you're very interested in my content. I have a Facebook, which I'm not too active in, but I do update some stuff there. I recently made a TikTok, um, but it's very random. I don't have a lot of followers there. I'm not really promoting it, so like if you want to follow it, go ahead. If you don't, it's fine. Um, Other than that, I don't think I have other things. I have a Discord. I'm not sure if the link is still below on the panels, but if it is, you can join it. If not, then it is also in my Patreon. So yeah, um, all the links that you need to follow me are down below. If you like my stream and you want to watch more, I go live every Thursday and Friday, so tomorrow I'll be going live again. Thursday and Friday both at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7. Usually Thursdays are for Warhammer and Fridays are for Gunpla. So yeah, I think that's that for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate each and every one of you that joined me. And watch my streams, even if you do just lurk or if you're participating. I appreciate all of you just as much. So yeah, thank you very, very much, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye!